Hello, boys and girls. It's your old friend RJ City, and today we will be unboxing Street Sharks Series 1 trading cards. Look at this. It's red. It's from Edge. I've never heard of before. These are collectors, and I'm collecting them today. And for those of you who do not remember Street Sharks, you really missed out. Sure, it seems like a complete ripoff of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, much like Biker Mice from Mars also was. Although, I like Biker Mice from Mars, but anyway, Street Sharks was fantastic. They were sharks. They were on the streets. They had legs and ripped jeans and giant heads. But they took the law into their own hands. They were fighting crime, kind of, mainly hanging out, getting into brawls, and really not having a need for their gills, to be honest. And, you know, the mid-90s, we went through quite a phase as a culture where animation companies would take an animal or a fish and they would mutate them aggressively yet adorably, and then they would make it dark and gritty for some reason. And this one was one of my, this is like, why haven't we rebooted the show? Why hasn't there been a movie? Anything? Why isn't there just this second wave of nostalgia? I do not understand. We made 40 Ninja Turtles remakes. What the hell? People love sharks. They love them. Save the sharks. Shark Week. And people love streets. You want to get something done, you go out into the street. Taking it to the streets. People, there's millions of streets everywhere. There are millions of sharks. They are near endangerment. There's your plot right there. So then they walk out onto the streets and put on jeans, as you will see. So let's not waste any more time. What year is this? 1995. Streetwise Designs. All rights reserved. Street Sharks logo. Streetwise. Oh, let's see. Here's the ratios. This is a 100 card base set featuring the most Jawsome images, good branding, from the hottest animated series. That's debatable. Here are the approximate odds of these special cards. Shark Glow cards, 1 in 24. Shark Skins, 1 in 4. Jawsome Animators, 1 in 48. Shark Bites, 1 in 72. And Parallel Hollow Foil, 1 in 2. So will this have anything interesting in it? There's only one way to find out. I love this packaging. Look at this guy. Huh? Jawsome indeed. Or if things went bad, maybe they said, oh, it's jaw full of jaw. This is not really ripping the way I wanted it to, and that's the fun of the sharks. Let's open it upside down. There we go. Let's open these huckleberries here and see what we can get up to. Okay. Look at this guy here. These cards are sticky for some reason. He's playing hockey. He's a shark wearing gardening gloves and skates. And he's skating, and he's got green Incredible Hulk pants and a hockey stick, which he hasn't taped because he's crazy. And he's not wearing a helmet either. I was going to say maybe it's because he's reckless, but it's probably because they had difficulty building a helmet or even drawing a helmet. That would be the size of a shark head. Here comes Streaks. And that's the name of was really hoping for a lot more information on the back of the card. They really increased the font. I enjoy the wave water pattern here. That's adorable. And I also love how the back picture is the exact same as the front picture. Creative stuff. Guys, next card. Who is this? This is a woman. This is a surgeon. It's the evil surgeon. And she's about to throw the switch. Is she evil or is she rescuing them? Maybe there was an evil doctor and she's just a nurse who was going to be a henchman, but then she decided, no, I'm going to be good and I'm going to throw the switch and help everybody. And I'm covering my mouth and my hair and my whole body and my hands, yet I'm keeping my earrings on. They are very important to me. And the back just says, escape plan, providing, quite frankly, zero context as to what this is, who this person is, can't even get a name. And of course, the back picture is exactly the same as the front. Next card. Oh, Lord. Action time. This guy here, as we slowly come into focus. There we go. He's a fun fella. Got some more gloves on, and he's also wearing skates or flippers or orthopedic shoes. Hard to tell. Has those running bands around his knees. Maybe he has circulation issues. Can't quite make up his mind about the weather. Needs to have his arms free. Doesn't want to get caught on a building. So he's wearing a plaid shirt that he cut the sleeves off. And is he wearing a shirt underneath? Hard to tell. And these fun khaki green pants. Very thin belt. Of course, if you're an action adventure fella, you need you don't want a thick belt. And look at that building. Jumping very far. Doesn't seem too bothered about it. Also, maybe he has a parachute. Maybe not. Can't really. But he's going to be okay. He looks like he's going to have a good time. In the back just says, gotta fly. All right. Gotta fly. Indeed. Providing zero context. Zero name for this guy. So far, out of the 3 cards, there's only been one shark. A real bizarre shark to human ratio. Oh, here's a foil card. Look at this shit. You guys are gonna lose it. Look at the foil. Look at all the. You can't even clearly. There's too much foil for you to clearly see what's going. If we get closer, does it help? Jesus, this is a hideous. Well, there's that guy there. There's a giant lobster they've created. There's henchmen here. A giant lobster who's decimating a swordfish. Now, these are, of course, not just... they're not humanized fish. That's just a big swordfish. If you can see it, and that lobster there, that's a little better. It's that giant lobster. The holograms are really... Doesn't add anything. Just makes the picture kind of shinier. And it says... perfection of the species. So I guess these two guys have been trying to perfect lobsters. Maybe they own a seafood restaurant and they were trying to genetically modify and suss out the best lobsters. And then they ended up creating a giant, perfect lobster. And he's now decimated a swordfish. I don't know why that's perfect or how that helps the ecosystem at all. I'm sure it throws... the pyramid, the circle of life, kind of off kilter. Not a good thing for the environment. Who the hell's this guy? This is another evil crustacean. Half lobster, half henchman. And he's got a laser gun, which, quite frankly, I'm very impressed that he can use with his giant claw hands. You would think you got teeth like that. You have a protective shell. You got these giant... pincers, these lobster claws, you would use those. But this guy is so evil that those giant lobster claws are not good enough for him. He's got to use the laser gun. It's a light gun. Maybe it's just a flashlight. Who knows? And the back says Slobster Broil. So maybe his name is Slobster? That would be great. That's clever. Put an S there and away we go. And there he is. Who's he shooting? Who knows? Is he good or bad? I'm going to assume he's... Oh, Lord. Am I so out of focus? There we go. The Slobster put me out of focus. That's real tremendous stuff there. Maybe he's shooting at the sharks. There's been a lot of lacking information here. But look at this. What a turn of events here is that now a man is in a fish net. You see, does that make sense? He's a cool guy, but maybe he's a poacher or something. He seems cool, but in like an asshole, he looks like the cool boyfriend at the beginning of like a Hallmark romance, and you're like, she has to break up with this guy. He has 0 likable traits, but she thinks he's cool, and that's him there. But imagine having a shark throw a net on you. That's poetic. And it says Dr. Paradigm gets his man. So Dr. Paradigm is, I assume, the owner of the net. And what's he going to do? Imagine if he made human soup. Human fin soup. Human arm soup. And here we go. Here are the classic. These are the guys I wanted. The sharks are here. And he's got football pants. Maybe they each played a sport. I'm trying to remember. He's got football pants. Maybe he has very weak thighs. See, he's alive. He's got the shark head and the top fin there. And then they skewed the arm fins for just full out bodybuilder arms and chest, classic V shape. But I'll tell you something, they're very hunched over. You can't straighten your back when you're a street shark. But his pants are intact. Can't say the same for the other guy, Streaks, who likes playing hockey, apparently. Still got his gloves on. He's helping, though. Maybe the other guy, help me off this bench. Maybe he's in a doctor's office and his back hurts because it's so rounded. And Streaks is helping him off the table. That's just give me a hand. That's better. And the back says Streaks lends a helping fin, even though they clearly have hands and arms that they're using like human beings. Really didn't fully think through the shark-human hybrid here, at least as far as terminology is concerned. Oh, okay. And now this is the final card. And there's 4 guys. Are these the original street sharks? Maybe. Oh, yeah, because he's wearing the pants. See, they're all... Okay, I see. That's what happened. They were humans, cool sports guys, a hockey player, and Streaks likes to jump or something. He's got the same jeans on, and there's the other guy there. And then the other guy on the far right, kind of an EMS character. Maybe likes to climb mountains. And then they jab them with these giant needles, which they seem, honestly, not afraid enough by. So just giant, I don't know if they're to scale or we are at the point of view of the needle. But then it's just shot them up with shark juice. And it turned them into these creatures and then they seem to quickly adjust to being sharks. There wasn't really a learning curve. It was like, hey, we still have our arms, still got your arms and legs, and I assume your brain and a mouth. Your mouth is better. You certainly have more teeth. And you got this thing on the back of your head, but you don't look in the mirror, you can't even tell. And the back, it says trouble for the Boltons. I think the backstory was it was Michael Bolton's sons and nephews who became the Streak Sharks. And they thought he has a powerful voice. Maybe his DNA is very powerful when mixed with good old-fashioned shark juice. I really wish that there was more content on the back of these cards to really help me with what exactly the story was. But maybe they did this on purpose so that years later I would be encouraged to go watch Streak Sharks again so I could figure out what the fuck the deal was.